How is it going, y'all? Peace. So, today I was thinking, first I was working on my my Hot Wheels archive book. All my knowledge, things I write down. That one, it's signed. Brandon, collector number. I know what these go for. I know asking prices on a lot of cars, and I put them in my book. I'm building me a little archive of all this cool stuff. My first couple minutes to brag about that stuff I've been doing. Like that one, that's cool. That's just the guy who owns it, but that's a cool Batmobile. Hard to find that. I don't even see them on eBay or nothing that much. And I was watching some stuff about like historical things like Library of Alexandria and stuff. I like stuff like that. It's cool. But it got me thinking with Hot Wheels. So you see people post all the time, eBay specifically, or any groups, you know, VHTF, very hard to find, very rare, extremely rare, etc. And most of them that you see people putting that on, they're not rare. You know, desirable maybe, not rare. And then other ones are like very hard to find just because it's limited to 1,500 cars. No, it's not. I mean, again, desirable based on value and what people are willing to try to flip on them. Doesn't make it rare, doesn't make it hard to get, doesn't make it desirable to a collector, maybe to a reseller. I'm going into a little detail on this. For instance, go back to these GT40s. That glare kills me, man. I wish I didn't have that. Let me open this one up right quick. Maybe it'll knock the glare off a little bit. Alright. So one, collector number, I don't know if you can see it, doesn't really matter, it's not the point of the video. But 2151. Okay, for this in particular car. 4,000 made. Car's in pretty good shape. It's not, you know, not really bent, no creases or anything. But hardly any of the GT40 Golfs are. You know, folks got these in pretty good shape just because they fetch such a high, you know, a high value on them. Does that make this in particular GT40 rare? No, it's not rare. There's nothing special about the number. It's just well, I got that thing, but GT40, if I remember right, $600 car, $650, but it's desirable because it's value and it's a Golf. Pretty cool. I like Golf. I have a huge collection of Golf. I put it in that video a little bit. You know, it wasn't a great video about it, but a little bit. Desirable, not rare. Just FYI. 4,000 doesn't make it rare. Desirable. Okay, so then you got this one, which I made videos of, and it's unspun, right? We all know that. I showed that in the other video. Does it make it rare? Yeah, kind of. It does. Because there's not that many unspuns. So it does make it rare. And I have a whole thing I've been working on here, which I've said in other videos about those cars and unspuns. See, I've been doing it, all that, just because I like doing stuff. Like I said, I like having records of things. Oh, I just enjoy it. It's something I've always liked to do. But this one being a unspun, it does make it rare. Hard to find. Yeah, it's hard to find, but yeah, it's pretty rare. I mean, now if you took the category of rare and you put it in like levels, like 1 to 5, you know, would I say that that's like 1 being the easiest rare and 5 being the hardest rare? Would I put that at 5? No. I mean, I'd put it at like, I don't know, maybe like a 1 or a 2. There are more rare Golf GT40s than this. So, for instance, and we don't know how many unspuns there are. That one I just happened to come by. I don't know anybody else that has one right now. So therefore it deserves at least a 1 on the 1 to 5 table scale of rarity. Okay, but again, regular number, no, not rare, desirable. And then say for instance I don't have a low number, but if you take a low number like this one's 72, okay, this is a 917K, but if you take that one, say this was number 72, pretty low number, that would put that maybe within the 5% range. Let's see, 400, 400, 200, yeah, so that puts it at the 5% range. Does that make it rare? Potentially. I mean, it makes it a lot more desirable. Rarity, it does make it okay. So I would say if this was at like a level, you know, if this has 72 on it, I would say that puts it level 1 rare, because there's only 200 numbers that are 5% or less. So level 1 rare. If it's 100 or less, maybe level 2. So this one here could potentially be around level 3 rarity, putting it like that, at least based on what I feel. Now, if you take, for instance, a number 20, say you know, this Golf was number 20, right? That's rare, and I know a guy who has one, and I'm really trying to get it. Maybe that's why that number came into my head. But you know, that again, I still wouldn't put it at level 3 rarity. I would put it at like level 2, you know, level 2.5 rarity, because an unspun to me is still more rare than a low number. But say you take that number 20, for instance, right? And then you get something fancy on there like an autograph. Like you can see the autograph there, it's Steven van der Vaart. Pretty cool. This is a low number 60. Yeah, so 60. So this here, Van der Vaart, who is the designer, let's see here, what we got? Steven van der Vaart created this special deco. Okay, well, he didn't create the truck. So the rarity, the deco, pretty cool. That puts this a pretty rare truck, given there's only 2,000 of them. It's a low number, and it's signed by Steven van der Vaart, who created the logo. That puts this truck definitely more rare. Desirable is just getting a number 2,000 to begin with. Having his signature on it, it puts it in the rare category. But now say, getting back to where I was at before I get off track here, say this was number 20, and it was signed, by instance, by Phil Ryman, if I'm pronouncing it right. Now, he created the GT40 for Hot Wheels. Now, say he signed this, and this was number 20. Now, that just way up the rarity level of it. Okay, so when you see all that on eBay, super hard to find, very hard to find, this is rare, you know, blah, blah, blah. No, most of that stuff is not. It's desirable. That's what makes things rare. If this was number 20, and it was signed by Phil Ryman, that's rare. That's rare. Because the number is well below 5%. Very difficult to acquire a number like that. And it's signed by the guy who made the GT40. Rare. Now, if you take this one, even with this number 1854, which is not 5% or less, and it was signed by Phil Ryman, well, this is the only unspun that I know about. If you know about one, please share. That's awesome. But other people that I've talked to who have actually wanted to purchase this from me don't know of any other unspun GT40 currently. You know, there are other unspuns in the Golf collection, but a GT40, carded even, makes it very difficult to get. But now say this, Phil Ryman signed this one, would this be more rare than a number 20 if this was a number 20? I would still say yes, because there's only one known of these that I know of. Now, if you go around and you take this unspun, and it was signed by Phil Ryman, and it was number 20, now that is extremely super rare. Now that is something that you don't see every day. It's signed by the guy who created it for Hot Wheels. It's a low collector number, and it's unspun. Wow, like, wow. Okay, that's super rare. That's extremely hard to find. So that's some of the difference between what you see on eBay, what people might post. Just some things are just desirable. They're not very hard to find, or they're not none of that. You know, just a little FYI. I thought about this today. as I was working on my archive books and stuff, because I'm building myself a little library of Hot Wheels, and I'm putting in these my notebooks and stuff that I buy at the store. I go, I pick one up for $1. You know, I print things off. I keep records, which ones are signed, which ones aren't, all that stuff. Like I said, I got probably about 5 of these printed off in my book. The collector numbers, which ones are signed, what they sold for, what they're asking for, all that. And I compare it to a whole bunch of other stuff. I like doing that. I enjoy it. And then it also helps me when I make deals with people or trades or purchase an item or sell an item. I know I'm getting a good deal because I know all this stuff about the die-cast stuff. I know how to tell the difference. You know, that's how when I make a trade or I make a deal or I purchase something, some people be like, oh, laughy emoji. That's, you know, you're spending that for that. You know, ha 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 for a $5 Hot Wheel. Well, first off, those people should not be in a hobby for one. Not going to go down that road, but looking at things where, you know, things are more desirable, like this one, obviously, collector number 60, signed by Steven Vanderbeek, dude who created that logo. Yeah, I definitely paid more for this car than the normal, like, so I got my book right here, I can find this real quick, you know, than the normal, come on. Okay, so that car goes for, alright, so I got, let's say 200 plus or minus 20 bucks or whatever, you know, for a regular one. You know, it doesn't matter about the number, the amount of signature, none of that. You know, but did I pay like maybe twice that for this? Close enough, yeah, if I didn't. Why? Signature, low number, I mean, come on. But there's not a lot of collectors that are you know, passionate or devoted to the Hot Wheel hobby. Not yet. Which makes it a great time for those of you who are to get in there and get those sweet cars, those hard to get cars that you're just not going to be able to get your hands on anymore. You know, there's a lot of cars like, let's see, it's another one. Okay, so the 30th annual convention from 2016, the Honda S2K, that car there, which was created, if I'm not mistaken, by Ryu Asada. He did pass away, you know, rest in peace, brother. He, you know, but like, you know, stuff like that. Like, you know, you look at things that into the hobby, like there's certain things that you know, to know what's hard to, you know, be able to take care of in your collection. And for me, I'm a passionate collector. You know, so when I come across cars that I want for my personal collection, it's not just about the value. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I do enjoy value. I don't want to put my money into a bunch of stuff laying around my house that's just cluttering my house. I mean, if I need to make more room in my house for whatever reason down the road that life may put me at, you know, then I can sell these items. You know, but for me, it's more about, too, like, taking care of these pieces of Hot Wheels history. I really enjoy it. You know, like, you know, being able to get my hands on one of the S2Ks, you know, I would love to have. Because it's something that I think somebody, they get their hands on it, they take very good care of it. So, I'm going to be wrapping this video up here in a minute, because I got the point across, hopefully, about rarity and what's not rare. Like, signatures, yeah, they make some cars rare. You know, other things that make them rare, dinner sticker. Now you take, let me pull this up real quick. So you take, for instance, back to, you know, the S2K. Okay, there's 1,500 of those made. Now that's the dinner sticker car. And on those dinner stickers, you're looking at 100, 75, 100, or maybe 150, maybe, I don't know. I know there's not that many because I'm trying to find a list here of what don't have dinner stickers, what do, etc. You know, I also have like things here where I have some no stickers. Well, right here, looking at that photo, okay, my printer kind of ran out of ink when I printed this. That has the dinner sticker. The number is 406, so it doesn't have that collector number that's within the 5% range. But it has the dinner sticker, and it also has, you know, our boy, we said, you know, rest in peace, brother. But it has Ryu Asada's signature on it. Very rare car. So that's something that needs to be preserved and taken care of in memory of him, and just like for Hot Wheels in general, to keep his memory with the Hot Wheel community, man. Like, things like that is what make vehicles rare, you know, and stuff like that. And I'm glad that the prices and difficulty to acquire such pieces is going higher and higher, because somebody who's willing to put forth what the person's asking for certain cars, you know they're going to take care of them. You know they're going to preserve them for future collectors. You know, like, you know, if y'all have sons or daughter, anybody who wants to collect cars. You know, and having cars like this with legends like, you know, Ryu Asada, we want to be able to preserve those, you know, those cars like that and stuff like that. But that's you know, that's the thing when it comes to rare, you know, or hard to find, you know, or desirable, those categories, you break them off like that. Just because somebody has a car that there's 4,000 made in this collector 3126, there's nothing special about it, no signatures, no nothing, you know, no imperfections, no possible errors, and they say that it's very hard to find. No, it's not. So that's a little insight of what to look for also when it comes to cars and building a rare collection. Desirable collections, great, because people will pay for those desirable collections. But rare collections, historical kind of collections based on Hot Wheels, like what I'm wanting to do, those are things you gotta look for. Anyway, guys, I gotta go catch a meal with my folks. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Peace. I hope this video was helpful to you. Catch y'all later.